I found some more questions. Is there a one-size-fits-all for Navy boot camp, or can you choose your clothing sizes? No, Liz Hatton, you will get there on indoc. And I mentioned this in one of my videos before, that you stand in a line and a petty officer will walk up and down the line and she will point at you and say, large top, medium bottom. And then she'll walk to the next person and say, small top, small bottom. Like, she'll tell you what size you're going to wear. Then when it gets into being uniform, getting your uniforms, you go to the clothing issue, and there's actually tailors there that measure you, and you will get fitted that way. But as far as, like, your sweats and your underwear and your sports bras, they will tell you what you have. You'll go try it on, and if it is too small, you tell them, and might let you change, but they'll pretty much tell you what sizes of clothes you're going to have. Okay, and Pretty Slimy 0116 asks, what can you do to make push-ups easier? You can't do that many, and you're required to have 13. So, what I did, I could only do like 5. I could only do like maybe 5 or 7 in December. I couldn't do hardly any. So, I would wake up in the morning and I would do as many as I could do, and then I would maybe do it at night, maybe not. That was in December. Then January, I would wake up in the morning, do as many as I could do, maybe at night do a couple. And, like, because I was shipping in April, I knew this, and I'm a procrastinator. So there goes January. Then February, I was like, holy shit, it's coming closer. So I would actually get up in the morning, do as many as I could do, then before bed at night, do as many as I could do. That was all of February. I got up to being able to do, like, 10, right? 10 in a row. So that was good. And then March, the month before I shipped, I was like, holy shit, I need to get on point. I started doing P90X, I started doing Insanity, but you don't really need to do all that. For push-ups, I would set my alarm on my iPhone for like every 3 hours, and as soon as my alarm would go off, I would drop and do as many as I could and stop. Like, no matter where I was, if I was standing in the kitchen, if I was outside, I mean, if I was in Walmart or something, I would reset it and do it the next time. But because of a reminder, and because you're just chilling all day, not really doing anything, as soon as that alarm went off, I would get down, do as many push-ups as I could, and then I would say my general orders every single time my alarm went off. That was the month before I left. And before I left, I could do about 17 to 20 push-ups. And I could only do like 4 in December. So if you've got 90 days, I would just start doing them every single morning. Do as many as you can until the point of exhaustion. And then, like, stay in the plank position. Just stay there as long as you can. If you can't go down and up anymore, just stay here as long as you can. And then be done with it. And then at nighttime, do as many as you can. And then if you can't do any more, then just stay here as long as you can. And then be done with it. And then get down on the floor as randomly throughout the day and keep doing them. You can definitely build up to be doing a lot, especially if you drop in the middle of the day and just get down and start doing them. When do I graduate from A school? I'm scheduled to graduate end of October, beginning of November. And where do I go after A school, asks Project Polish? To my C school. Where that is, I'm not sure because I haven't got my orders, because I can put in for it if I'm on top of my class, but if I'm not top of class, I don't get to choose my orders. They choose for me, and I don't really know what I'm going to do. I really hope that I get top of class, so I can pick San Diego, so I can pick Hilos, but I don't know where that C school is. And Molly Doll asks, I was wondering if you're allowed to be making these videos in boot camp. Heck no, you don't have anything in boot camp. You don't have a cell phone, you don't have electronics, you don't have any of that stuff. So no, you can't make these in boot camp. They're really strict, so that's a silly question. And then, Hunt and Sarah, 23 more days. Congratulations. I'm excited for you. You just wish, Yama, I don't know, asks, she's going to be leaving, or he, I don't know, December. You're welcome for the help videos. There weren't any vegetarians in my division, but there is a vegetarian menu. There is vegetarian options. If you let the chef know that you're a vegetarian, they will serve you vegetarian food. If anyone tries to give you a hard time, you go to, like, if your RDCs are like, what the fuck ever, you can go to your senior chief or the OOD and tell them, I'm a vegetarian, and they're not giving me vegetarian food, and they will give you fucking vegetarian food. Like, they will cater to that. So, how did they fare through boot camp? I don't know any vegetarians, but I know that the options were available for vegetarian food. Even when we got evacuated just now, when we went to the military base, like 8 hours away, and we lived in a freaking warehouse, or a hangar on cots, and it was hot, and oh my gosh. That experience. Whew. There was even vegetarian MREs, and so when you lined up to eat, if you don't know what an MRE is, I just did a video about an MRE. I was eating one earlier today. So, they had vegetarian MREs. They would ask you, do you eat pork? You'd say no. So they get an MRE that didn't have pork, and then they say, are you a vegetarian? They had vegetarian MREs. I don't know how many different options of ones there were, but is the food good? Not here. In boot camp, took me a little bit to get used to because I was really nervous in the beginning. I didn't hardly eat anything the first week of boot camp, but after that I got used to it, and they serve you big portions and you can gain weight in boot camp easily. So, when am I coming home? I don't know, Beaver baby, I don't know. You loved my voice for the RPOC. That made me smile, WSU. I smiled. How long is A school? It depends on your rate. And because it took me 2 months to class up, I was here for quite a few days. But my strand is only 45 days, but then there's a month of ATT and a week of AWAT, so it ends up being like 4 months long. But if you're a different rate, you get a different length of school. And so there's a lot of sexual harassment in the military. Is this true? Yes, just like there is in real life. When I worked at the post office, when I worked at prison, everywhere I worked there was sexual harassment. That is a huge deal everywhere. The Navy is no different from real life in the civilian world. There are good people and there are bad people. Just because they're a sailor, just because they're a Marine, just because they're whoever does not mean that they're a good person, a trustworthy person, or anything like that. Like, there's messed up people everywhere. And there is sexual harassment. And they take it very seriously here, so just report it. And don't put yourself in those kinds of situations. Like, some people, like, is it unavoidable? I understand it's unavoidable, but there are some people that flirt a little too much, give mixed signals, and end up getting more of the sexual harassment. And they're like, I don't know why this is happening. Probably because you were, like, all up in his face with your boobs out and shit. Like, that's probably why it's happening. So, some situations are unavoidable, some are not, because there are just really creepy fucking people here, but you just keep on your toes, be very, and, like, we were talking about sexual harassment every job I've ever had, even here. The first approach is an informal approach. If someone's sexually harassing you, you tell them, you did this, it made me uncomfortable, you will stop, or I will take this to another level. That's informal. What you want to do first is approach the person. It can be awkward, so you can, like, tell someone else, like, someone directly above you in the chain of command. Don't go skip into, like, chief or somebody, but someone just above you in your chain of command. Be like, this person kind of said this to me. I don't know how to tell them. I don't want them to talk to me that way. It makes me uncomfortable, and they will get the shit handled. So there are ways to address it if it's happening and you don't like it. Don't stay quiet about it if it makes you uncomfortable. But know that, like, someone like me, like, it's happened quite a few times. Someone has said something to me, and I'm just like, shut the fuck up. You need to stop. You will not talk to me that way. You will not talk to me that way. And they don't talk to me ever again. Like, chances are, if, like, they make it such a big deal here, they're scared out of their mind to get in trouble. So if you say, you're talking to me in a way that I feel is inappropriate and it offends me, they're never, ever going to talk to you that way again. And if they do, they're fucked, because the next step is to take it to someone on a higher level, and they will get in so much trouble. So an informal approach is always effective, and I advise you do that. But I can't, I'm not going to talk about that. I can't talk about that. Some shit I just can't talk about. Anyway, just know that you'll be aight, as long as you say something. Open your mouth. I made 3 videos already, and I'm gonna look for more questions, try to catch up. I hope that I was helpful. I'll talk to you later. Oh, and then someone came at me talking about one of my videos. They were like, have you ever heard of, I don't know what the fuck, whatever it's called, like, secret, like, shit you can't talk about in the military? They're like, all of your videos are shit people should not know about. No, I'm not saying anything that no one doesn't already know. There's forums, Navy moms, Navy dads, like, this shit is out there for everyone to know. I'm just putting it in a different avenue, i.e. YouTube videos for those that need help. I'm not saying anything that I can't say. I'm not talking about things that I was told not to talk about. I know what I can and cannot say, and I've not crossed the line. So if you think that I'm revealing information, you're fucking dumb, because there's a whole lot of shit I haven't said, and a whole lot of shit I won't say, and, alright? So, no, I'm not revealing secrets, because knowing that you can only eat for 12 minutes at Chow is not going to ruin life, okay? Like, chill. Like, fucking chill, alright? Okay. I'll talk to you later. I got this shirt for donating blood, by the way, because I donated blood. Okay, bye.